it's Jessie and Stacey with Chapter Chicks, and we are still doing tags. Tag. So the next one is the Play With Your Emotions tag, but there was a book version and then a movie version made.
And we're doing both!
And we were tagged in both, so we're going to do them at the same time. The book version, this whole tag was actually started by Raylene over at Padfoot and Prongs. And then we were tagged by Sarah over at Urban Fantasy Realm. And then the book one was made and we were tagged by Aurora at Aurora's Book Box.
Yay!
So thank you guys for all this love. So we're just going to do movie and book at the same time with each emotion. Right, okay.
So the first emotion is happy.
So my happy book is The City of Bones. I love it by Cassandra Clare. I love it so much.
She loves it.
And then my happy movie is The Avengers. Just because it's so funny, it makes me smile. It's got Thor in it, and anything that's got Thor in it
love
is
Thor.
really good. It's just fun. I loved it.
My happy book is the Iron Fey series, and then my happy movie is
Happy Feet.
Happy Feet. No, 21 Jump Street. I love that movie.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. Okay, so the next emotion is sad.
My sad book is Until Angels Close My Eyes by Laura Lee McDaniel. I love
Any
that
Laura Lee
book.
McDaniel is sad.
Yes, and then my sad movie is Across the Border with the one with Angelina Jolie in it. That is a tearjerker and it's a good movie.
My sad book is A Child Called It. My sad movie is Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh!
This emotion is angry.
Mine is, the book is The Narrative Life of Frederick Douglass, not because of his writing or his story, but because the things that were done to him in the book made me angry. And on that same note, my movie was Crash, because, again, it drudged up that anger I have towards people who are racist in both situations.
My angry book is Night by Elie Wiesel. It's about the Holocaust. It's a movie that made me angry.
What about
Oh,
that?
no, I know. Sophie's Choice. Yeah.
That makes me anxious.
The next emotion is nostalgic.
My book is the Teddy Ruxpin books. I had Teddy Ruxpin and he used to read to me out of the book and I loved it. And my movie is the Rainbow Bright movie. Like when I was watching it with my son, I'm like dancing. And he's just like looking at me. I'm like, everybody have a brand new day. I'm like, this is awesome, Dylan. But he hated it.
My nostalgic book was the Nancy Drew series.
Oh,
I was going to be a little detective. I can't really think of a nostalgic movie off the top of my head, but I will say that I'm very nostalgic towards old Nickelodeon TV shows. Like the Rugrats and Hey
I was never
Arnold.
gonna say about you.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Ah,
Hey, Angry Beavers.
I love Angry Beavers.
Real Monsters.
Hear that theme song.
Angry Beavers. That is a good one.
Oh yeah, that's my jam.
Disney for Doug, and then Doug just. The next emotion is surprised.
My book is City of Fallen Angels. That and blew me out of the water. I was so surprised, and for my movie, it was The Departed. It was so good, and I did not see the ending coming at all.
I put that my book was Gone by Michael Grant. Oh, there's so many. Sixth Sense.
Where did that come from?
The Others. That was a surprising ending.
Not too surprising, because Sixth Sense kind of blew that idea out of the water. I was so proud of myself that I figured out the mystery in Sixth Sense like 5 seconds before it was revealed. Like it popped in my head like 5 seconds before it was revealed. Turn the doorknob is when I...
That's when everybody figured it out.
I figured that crap out. I'm smart.
The next emotion is disappointed, and I think that we have the same movie.
The Twilight movie. God awful. Oh my gosh.
I pretended that I liked it so much. Josh was like, that movie sucks. And I'm like, no, it was good. It was they had a low budget. It was really good.
I tried to stand up for it too to Mom, because Mom was like, oh my god, their acting is horrible. And I'm like,
No.
don't get on Robert Pattinson. He is amazing. Oh well, we've said our woes on that movie. My book was definitely After Obsession. That book let me down so much. I had such high expectations for it because it was the first one that had Native American lore incorporated into it, and since we were part Native American, I was really looking forward to that, and it just fell flat horribly and then exploded, and then like acid rain came falling down on it. It was just awful.
My book series is the Sweep series. I was obsessed with that series when it first came out. I actually finished the book and then left my house and went and got the second one from Borders because it was so good. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this series is just getting worse and worse.
See, I think the series gets better.
The next emotion is distressed.
Mine was definitely Mockingjay. I was like on an emotional roller coaster the whole time I was reading that book. I'm like, I love it, I hate it, I don't know what's going on. My review was awful. I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know. And then for my movie was definitely The Hills Have Eyes. I hated that movie. I thought it was the worst movie ever. Like, seriously.
She actually took we rented it from a movie store, and she took our DVD and like keyed it.
And
then we went to go return it, and the guy's like, that's like, I don't know, like out there, I'm gonna pay for it. We had to buy it.
I'm sorry, but I didn't want anyone else to have to watch that movie. It was disturbing. It was disgusting. There was no entertainment value to it at all.
For the book, I picked The Forest of Hands and Teeth because Carrie Ryan has no problem in her characters. A movie that made me really distressed was Hostel, where they're just torturing people the whole movie. Why? Yeah. The next emotion is confused.
I don't have a specific movie for this because this happens a lot in movies, and every time it happens, it just confuses me so much. I hate movies that just stop. Like, all of a sudden, like, it's zooming out, and you're like, it's not going to happen. No, it can't happen. And they keep zooming out, and all of a sudden, credits, and you're like, what just happened? Because it doesn't tell you how it ends, and that's awful. I need closure. For my book was Jellicoe by Malia Marchetta. I love the story, but the beginning of it is very confusing, and it's hard to grasp where you're at and what's going on, and you feel like you're going back and rereading a lot. But after you understand what's going on, like, you're like, oh, duh, of course, and then you understand it a lot. For
confused, I picked The Vampire Diaries. And one, I'm confused because there are so many different series that are part of the same series, and there's like 6 different #1 books. And then also, I'm really confused on it because I'm watching the show, and I like the show, and the show's a complete total contrast. So when I'm reading the books, I'm like, wait a minute, was the show or show or book? So I'm not even reading the books anymore. My latest confusing movie was Prometheus. The whole time I was watching it, I'm like, all right, we're gonna get some good meaning of life answers here going on. Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're just like,
you're like, what just happened?
This is not what I wanted at all. Did you know that the person who wrote Prometheus was a writer of Lost? And I'm like, now I understand why I did not get any answers.
You just hate giving out answers. Love asking questions, but you just won't give the answers.
Okay,
so that's the tag, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, feel free to do the tag. Anybody who wants to do the tag, you can do it. You can do just the book one, or you can do just the movie one. Depends on you.
If you're cool like us, you'll do both.
Yeah, so this was Jessie and Cece with Chapter 6, and we hope that you're still around for tagging extravaganza. Because
please stick with us.
Because I know a lot of people are probably abandoning us by now. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.